Hey guys, Phil here with Universe Animated. So I wanted to talk about a series Pixar released a little over a year ago. It's called Win or Lose, and it's a story about a youth softball team pursuing a championship while navigating the pitfalls of everyday life. In my opinion, it was one of the best works from Pixar in a long time. Win or Lose pulled from deep within Pixar's bag of heartstring tuggers. So if you haven't seen the series yet, this will be a spoiler-free recommendation, review, not sure what they call it these days. Either way, let's talk about the series. So to me, Win or Lose, it told a lovable story of real people facing real challenges. The series follows the parents, coaches, and players of a youth softball team in a style akin to Inside Out. Each character's emotions are brought to life in a unique way. The first character we follow is Lori. Her emotion, anxiety, manifests as a blob that weighs on her. We explore what makes her anxiety swell, mainly stemming from wanting to impress her father. Her father, who is Coach Dan, his emotion is anger. The reasoning is thoroughly explained in the series and vital to the narrative, so I won't spoil anything here. But Coach Dan is a decent dude. Kind-hearted, loving, but his blow-ups don't come right away. They let them build. I like how they did that. Now, instead of turning emotions into sentient creatures like we may have seen in Inside Out, everyone's emotions in Win or Lose were presented as extensions of the realities they live. My favorite character was the catcher, Frank. Frank's emotion is courage, or it could be insecurity, honestly. But in the series, these emotions are expressed by a suit of armor. As a catcher, he uses it as a shield when parents jeer at his calls. It also comes out when people try to get a little close to him. Now, we've all gone through experiences where we wish we had a suit of armor while facing it. Hell, as a parent, that armor must be on every day. Come to think of it, the name of the team is Pickles, and that's perfect because each character always seems to be in one throughout the series. By the end, all the loose ends are tightened, making for a very satisfying ending. Now, we all know no good Pixar project is complete without an excellent vocal cast. I'm just going to recall the names I'm most familiar with: Will Forte, Josh Thompson, and Lil Rel Howery. With them were 50 other very talented voice actors. Will Forte, Coach Dan, is funny in everything I've seen him act in. I look forward to his work in Coyote vs. Acme here soon. Josh Thompson, who voiced Frank, has years of voiceover and live action credits like Young Rock. And I was honestly shocked to learn Lil Rel Howery was in this. He voices a character important to Dan's narrative, so I won't give it away who he is, but I will give you a clue. He's also a father. And there were some lesser known names that also impressed me. Rosanna Foss, who played Lori, and Milan Ray, who voiced Rochelle, didn't have deep voiceover background. The cast overall, in spite of that, did exceptionally well, though, in my opinion. At no point did the dialogue seem forced. Rochelle's emotion, distress, and her screeches and groans of frustration felt authentic. Lori's anxiety is amplified when Rosanna whines inside. As someone who deals with anxiety, I appreciate it when it is acted out on screen properly, whether in live action or animated. I would highly advise you to watch the behind the scenes special. Carrie Hobson and Michael Yates, who co-wrote the series, did a fantastic job with the story that they put together. After watching the behind the series, it made me love it even more, knowing everything that they put into it to make it come together. It turns out the idea for the softball team wasn't even the original plan, but because so many members of the team played softball, including the writers, it was just a natural fit. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but Win or Lose was created by a team much smaller than Pixar usually employs. Despite that, these folks animated 145 minutes of content in just over 4 years. For context, most Pixar films are an average of 90 minutes and take close to 7 years to make. Now, on top of this, they also utilized a new animation technique that they call DFF. That added to the cartoonish look of some of the 3D models. In addition, the animated representations of the characters' digital lives were highly intentional. This was added to set it apart definitively from Inside Out. I assume at some point they talked about avoiding those comparisons. Now, another technique I love is 2D animation, and Win or Lose found the smartest way to include it in this series. It was used specifically as how one character viewed their world in certain moments. I won't spoil who the character is, but I will share the genius behind the choice. Yates wanted something else outside of the animated emotions and digital lives to illustrate the world for this particular character. Since the character was a child, as he explains in the behind the scenes, they used magical 2D elements blended with a 3D world to embody how differently kids view reality. See, that's the next level thinking and next level creativity and next level storytelling that made us fall in love with Pixar in the first place. Now, another staple to every Pixar project are the little life lessons that they insert into their story. And to be honest with you, this entire series was anchored to that very idea. Win or Lose told an interconnected story about a youth softball team. Instead of lumping the cast together to have 8 different adventures, we have a single narrative, underdog youth softball team looking to win the big one, told from the perspective of each of the key people on the roster. Now, as a sports fan, I often forget about the real life experiences athletes go through that lead to outcomes on the field, whether good or bad. In the behind the scenes, we found out nearly everyone on the animation team played sports as a kid. That story extended into this series. And I also believe this story extends past sports as well, as we all go through experiences that mold us. It's part of being human. Now, all the negativity to the side, I think with Win or Lose, Pixar did not deviate from what made them great. Win or Lose is an excellent series. Obviously, Win or Lose is perfect for sports fans, but it would also be good for parents who want an easy way to explain feelings like anxiety, stress, integrity, and virtue to their children. In addition, there were more Pixar Ball Easter eggs in that series than I knew what to do with, so still waiting on someone to do a how Win or Lose fits into the Pixar theory video, but that's on me. With that though, that's all I got for this one. Let me know, did you check out the series? What did you think about Win or Lose? And do you think they need a second season? Should we follow the Pickles as they pursue a championship once again? Let me know what you think down in the comments. With that, y'all know what I want you to do. Stay animated out there, and I'll see you in the next one.